Hello, hello, hello. We are back again, Ulislan, which means that we're dropping another episode of Youff Sportz. I am your host, Hope Mbhele, and I've got with me a first timer today. Okay? Touch the eighth wonder. Your pastor's favorite DJ, Mr. Moloi, who recently got married. Hey, Thabo Moloi. How are you, dog?
I'm great.
It's so amazing to have you here. I don't like your jersey, but Asiko Lapuchi, Jagermeister yang Bora. It's the star. It's just black. And then we have, he is no stranger to the show. He's a Bonginkosi, Dr. Mafuze.
Feels good to be back. Hello.
So let's start it off locally. Kuyazwakala ukuthi kunomuntu omusha ofikile la eMzansi, a Belgian coach who's been named the new Bafana Bafana coach, Babu Hugo Boss Fafa. And a lot of people are surprised, but he just got a 5-year contract with Bafana Bafana.
That's too much for Bafana.
I haven't even asked the question yet.
I speak for you, Logish. 5 years.
Let's look at maybe some of his experiences, because ngikhulumela mina mhlambe mengisho ukuthi bengamjwayele as a coach. We had to Google him.
Oh, Google.
We had
a
to
coach,
Google.
a national coach, national team. I must Google the guy.
Or maybe it's just my ignorance. When Ubumaz,
No, bruh. Last we
Mafuze.
heard of the guy was
I've
2017.
Yes, definitely. We heard a bit about our Hugo boss.
guys, stop calling him Hugo Boss. Come on.
No, but I feel like
a nickname.
yeah. So I think it's a name that we will be able to remember. Just like how he stamped his authority by winning the AFCON in 2017 with Cameroon. My only worry was, Cameroon was his international international experience.
Yeah.
So
Africa as well.
yeah, and in Africa. So he's just more of a European coach, but I like the style that he comes in with, where he focuses a lot on the young players. So I think he could be the person, but yeah, I'm also worried about the 5 years,
So, do you think he has what it takes to take us through? I mean, we've got the Cup qualifiers coming soon. We've got a lot, especially with Bafana Bafana. And I know that he's been speaking a lot of Uti Uzani Plan Enja, which we haven't really heard yet by the time we're shooting this episode. But I know during the week that's still to come, he will be addressing the press and he will be addressing the public. Uti Nakama Plan, this is what I aim to do.
I think for me, that sometimes becomes a problem where the guys hire a coach, but asazi ukuthi what's been said to the coach, because he's going to come with his own philosophy. Apparently, he's also going to be coming with his own assistant, and then there's also going to be a local assistant together with that. So, I think kuzomsiza is a local, and we're hearing kakulu what he has to say, but we're not hearing what ISAFA are hoping to bring from having this coach.
Well, they did mention that they want him to try and qualify for the 2022 World Cup.
But that's
so
a
I
goal.
feel like that's, yeah,
I feel
it's
when
a
he's
short
saying
term.
Uti, I feel as if Safa could be a bit more transparent with us.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, where they're not telling us exactly what's going on. First of all, we heard rumors of that 5-man shortlist, so we're not sure. We don't even know whether
Benni was
Hugo.
coming. Benni
Yeah,
was
I would have loved for
area.
Carlos Queiroz, actually.
yes, absolutely.
I would have loved
yeah,
for him.
definitely. He
I
would
would
have
have
been a
loved for him.
great person, and I'm definitely sure on that 5-man list, this Hugo Bruce guy was probably number 6, or he was the last person on the list, because hearsay that there were 3 local South African coaches who were on the list and 2 international, and then now all of a sudden there's COVID-related delays, and I'm just like, they're still probably looking for a coach. Because Moloi was sent off in March. We named a coach 2 months later. During that 2 months, I feel like they were still trying to make a plan, finding out
What was
who
happening.
might be the next person to do it,
Okay, so Confederation of African Football did postpone the World Cup qualifiers were to start in June, but manje sekuthiwa ingathi azoqala ngoSeptember. Do you think that will give him a bit more time and work in his favor? Ukuthi at least he's going to get to know the boys and spend a bit more time, especially also la eMzansi. Kubonakala ukuthi ufita kanjani?
Here's a question I've always wanted to ask about our national coaches, especially those who are not necessarily from South Africa. Are they based in South Africa?
Phela, I think they move in, but
Yeah.
bafika nomndeni yabo.
So I feel one of the reasons I think personally giving him a 5-year contract was lucrative enough to say, look, we have a long-term vision for you. Izanomndeni wakho, izanani.
So at
We'll
the end of the
accommodate
contract,
you.
it'll be a South
We'll
African.
do. Yeah, possibly.
These
Who
are
knows?
babies.
Something he'll become an Orlando Pirates coach after Bafana Bafana. You never know. But yeah, I think postponing the CAF qualifiers is going to be an advantage for him. I mean, it was supposed to start next month.
Yeah.
And now pushing it to September, it'll give us time to finish the DSTV Premiership, even all the other leagues. All our players are all over the world. So it's going to give him time to see different sets of players. It might give him some time also to watch some players pre-season before the next season starts. So I think it's going to be a very good advantage for him. And hopefully during the off-season, he can get some friendly matches to play and then get to see more of the players. So I think it's a good
But also
advantage for him.
to touch Glendosha about the off season, because I hear a lot of coaches with PSL have been complaining, especially if you listen to the coaches of his Sundowns, Mhlongo,
Yeah.
having so many games happening. So maybe that also would then help the guys just to have a breather, but also in the coaches like mind, which abeseqala ukubheka his call up for the national teams. Though I do hear ukuthi at Cameroon he was using younger players.
Abadlali abancane.
So are you thinking that is also going to bring into, because I think with this Safa, the biggest news I've been hearing from Isafa Oguti, they're confident in him because they're looking to promote Amachit, under 23, into being Bafana Bafana. So maybe that's him, like you were saying, he works well with younger players. Maybe loko kuzosiza nathi.
As much as a Kokila coach, let's just hope that we'll see how the first year goes. And do you see him lasting these 5 years, or is it too early to tell?
Nope, I don't. In the words, I think as Africa now we need to be serious. This is not like a retirement place, you know.
So are you saying that this Bruce should be retiring by now?
Transparency for me, Isafa. So I'm just I don't see him lasting the 5 years, but let's see.
The way I see it, giving him the 5 years, possibly the 2022 World Cup qualifiers is a secondary goal. I think we're probably looking at AFCON 2023 for him at this point. So it's too short of a notice to try and get him and hope that we qualify for
Also, just a sense of stability, I feel, as if like if you're having someone who's been there, and also as we see with how he does in 2022, are we continuing with him in 2023 as well? And
so maybe Minaga Hope, I would have said we are giving him maybe a 2-year contract, and then it can be extended. But if we do 5 years, he means like he can still relax.
No, if you gave him a 2-year contract, he knows that if he doesn't make it for the World Cup, he's probably going to go away. So he wasn't going to get this contract. He was probably going to go get another offer for another job. So I think for him, it was more of in a stable way.
Yeah, for that, I mean, something that makes sense for myself and my family.
Yeah, because at the end of the day...
No, I think Mhlapi Safa should have been fooled us and said we're giving him a 2 years, but Bakulman now 5. Because I think...
so that's another possibility.
Yeah, because I think Leo Izo
You're speaking like a politician.
definitely.
is a stimulator and Nati as I don't know, but the 5 year for me it's too much.
So,
And I mean, considering that in the qualifiers we have Ghana in our group, and we know Ghana, Zimbabwe, and Ethiopia. So there we most likely going to finish second, and we won't go.
And our very
to
first
next
match
round.
was supposed to be against Zimbabwe in class 5
so
or 6.
It's going to be a really tough
Jeez.
one. So
Okay.
we just need to beat Ghana twice, and then
Stop doing that thing of that we always do. Bafana Bafana is okay.
Calculate,
You mad? So
can
if we beat
calculate.
these people, and then nah, man. So let's give him an opportunity, and we'll talk again in about the next 6 months or so.
Ngangibiza Hope ngizobe ngisakhona mina eMzansi. Ngizobe ngisakhona eMzansi mina.
So you are an Orlando Pirates follower and fan. Let's talk a bit about him of Brighton Mhlongo. Brighton Mhlongo
Yeah.
being injured and possibly throwing in the towel and having an early retirement.
Yeah. Ngizwe bese kuthiwa khona umuntu omfuqe ngebhola mfethu, you know.
Usukusho kanjalo. Don't say
That's
like
what they
that.
said, though.
You know,
They were in
like-
training, and then next thing
You
a
know,
ball hit him in the
Now I'm
face.
thinking, who could it be at TTM? Because at Sundowns, I would have said Uhlompo. Yeah, Uhlompo, I would have said definitely Uhlompo
Yes.
fuqele la bhola, you know. But at
I say
TTM,
it's Linda. I'm so sorry.
no, but Bright, I don't know, but I think the Pirates. I think quite le lente khona with Pirates, you
Yeah,
know.
Pirates goalkeepers,
Yeah.
like brilliant. Senzo, Mason.
Our
rest
B
in
food,
peace.
brilliant,
Yeah.
bright.
Guys, this is what theory is this? What theory
It's
is
all
this?
related to that one star that Pirates have that we don't know how they got. So
What's
it's-
you saying you
it's
don't
an-
know
it's
how
an
we got
issue.
it?
It's an issue. So kubone like how abantu abathakathayo befitting you. I think sekwenzeka lokho manje you are reaping what you sow.
No, I hope it's not true.
I hope
because
it's not true as well.
Yeah.
I hope it's
So
not true.
what they
still
did,
got a future at TTM as well.
yeah, definitely. And being a former Bafana Bafana international, so it's someone who still has a lot of games that are left in him. So we really hope that it's nothing serious. So mhlampe when the medical reports come back, they can confirm whether will he still be able to play or is it a permanent injury.
I don't know what to be. So let's lama him. Are we saying, because the sources that I read, it says he's definitely has been forced into early retirement after devastating injury. That was the headline, but I know you telling me also.
Yeah, so I mean, one of our reliable sources,
Top notch,
Mike McCabe did confirm that there's no formal medical reports that have been released, but he's seen 2 eye specialists already, and they've made an assessment. So I think let's just wait for official communication from the club, TTM, which is what the medical team says about his injury.
I don't know if you heard what he was very much instrumental with the victory, I believe, the final. So he was the one who was like amping the players during like halftime breaks, you know. So I don't know. When I hear those type of stories and hearing the coach, because now after the match and he pre-interview, he spoke as if already he could have an early retirement. So yeah, let's just hope.
So speaking of TTM, how do you guys feel if we're taking a look back at the Nedbank Cup final? I think it's been the most silent final, or was it because mhlambe bekwamathima amancane ukuthi umsindo omngaka ubungekho ngaleyo ndlela? Some people were saying that they wish that there was at least maybe a bigger team versus a.
I think the final was Sundowns and the Pirates. That was the final, even though.
Before,
Wait.
like,
I'm a semis.
I'm coming.
I'm going to know we're at the semis, you know. So I think after that we were just like, yeah, man, whatever, you know. And I think it's also attributes to Nedbank. Mhlambe, I think the marketing could have been better, even though we are Kama fans, but like have some incentives. You know how Telkom would give people airtime. How about you give us free
Telkom means Coco.
Oh, I'm just saying. No, I was
Give
into
Nedbank
sports,
a chance.
and
Give Nedbank a chance.
you know, so I think there wasn't enough noise.
But also, do you not think that it is maybe our responsibility also as fans to just give the smaller teams just as much love as we do the bigger teams? I mean, TTM, ne Chippa United, they rightfully deserved to be there. They beat all the right teams and they did what they had to do, and they were in the finals. But why isn't it that wasn't too much of a big hoo-ha?
Well, I think also what may have overshadowed is that in this weekend where the Nedbank Cup final was playing, we had other big matches, deciding league matches happening in England, in France. So I think most people were looking for that European Super League
Man
type
City,
of
Chelsea.
Yes, PSG, Madrid, Barca, all of them failing to get to the top, you know. So I think plus with Chippa and TTM being like in the bottom 3-4 teams in now, you see the concerning thing is if we don't support them now, how are we expecting to support them when they represent us in Africa.
Exactly.
Because the Nedbank Cup is a big tournament.
deal, yeah.
So TTM now will go represent us in the African stage, where at the current moment, all 3 teams that are in the African tournaments are in the quarterfinals. So Orlando Pirates, Chiefs, Sundowns, they're all in quarterfinals in their respective tournaments. So I think we need to give TTM that credit, and we can only hope for the best that they can represent us fully in the continent.
Congratulations to TTM, and
Yeah, well
I
done
think
to the
they
guys.
rightfully deserved it, and we are proud of them. We are seeing a lot more of the smaller teams, you know, making
think
their way up there. We were talking about golden.
I think they really need that. Is it 8 million?
Yeah.
I think it will just it will motivate the players. They might even just survive.
We were talking about a lot of the smaller teams making their way into the Premiership. Kona Glad Africa Championships as well.
Hi.
For the first
That's
time,
exciting stuff,
it's
bro.
exciting because for the first time we might see 5
teams.
KZN teams in the Premiership. It's the first time in history. We've got Royal AM on number 1, currently in first position. We've got Richards Bay at number 2. Naya Bakabuli Chiefs got Asiko Lapo. How was that looking?
I think for me, it's exciting for KZN football to have 5 teams, even though it's Imianga Sekaya. It's somewhere there.
Yeah.
But just to have 5, more respect for it. More respect. Just to have 5 teams, which will be like already you've got 2 teams already with PSL who are sitting at number 2 and number 3, and then you've got Declared Africa and also KZN team sitting at 2 and number 1. Yeah, I think it's a prior time also just to be
Hey,
from KZN, you know, you've got a new king, you know, you've got 2.
Exactly.
Hey.
So yeah, I
it's
think
exciting. Bro.
yeah, it's very, very exciting, and I'm confident that the KZN teams will do well. Like you said, Duguti, Richards Bay managed to kick Chiefs off the Nedbank Cup. Royal AM currently sitting on top with 2 points clear, 2 games
What did
to
you
go.
say the AM and Royal AM stands for?
And
Andile
Mpisane.
Mpisane.
Are you guys
I
serious?
can't wait to have him with PSL.
Are you guys
So,
serious? And he's going to be
imagine-
one of the youngest
I can't.
players if he gets signed through.
Youngest player and youngest chairman. You know, he doubles up.
I'm just waiting for that opening match, because usually these teams that qualify, they
I'm
start
telling
off with the
Kulu.
big teams.
Sure,
So
yeah.
probably first game, Andile Mpisane will be captain playing against Mamelodi
Guys,
Sundowns.
stop
You know,
it. Stop it.
Like,
It's-
I can just see Mom Kids that we can stand the shy for. So, you know, like, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
God. I can't wait to see as well just how they maneuver with the bigger teams. And it can go 2 ways. They can arrive Bonginkosi and come to the occasion and bring it on, or they'll just maybe fumble. Pirates or Sundowns. Sundowns, are they taking it this year? I mean, are we denying the inevitable?
They are like, how many points now? Clear.
7
I think like
points.
7
clear.
points.
I would love for Amazulu to take it.
I
I'm just going to say that.
think it's.
I mean, I
it's
think we'd all
wishful
love
thinking.
for, yeah.
At this point, it's wishful thinking.
How many
Just-
games to go for?
Yeah, 4 games.
But and they must still play Amazulu and Equal and Arrows.
But it's gonna be a walk in the park for Sundowns. I believe, because now Amazulu definitely have to win the last 4 games to get to a maximum of 67 points perhaps. Sundowns are already on 60, so it's just like we are like just
Sure.
the same as Man City. The champagne is just chilling in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's waiting to be popped. It can happen anytime now. So
Sekenzeka noma yini.
And what's the point looking on?
Hey.
We said this last time we
The Kaizer
Chiefs who were
Chiefs.
like chilling continuously.
That was
you know?
crazy.
You know? So like, yes, let's take nothing away from Sundowns. They've been doing well, but I think for me, like, if you're from KZN, you're still like sitting there and saying, you know what?
yeah, because
anything is possible.
Sandla Semfen is quite common for Tigre.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if Amazulu make it.
Hi, Yazini.
I think I'm also just happy for Benni, bruh.
Yeah.
I think for me, Benni, like, and I think, I don't know.
It's beautiful to watch. It's just like really beautiful to watch. Like the confidence that Amazulu is coming out with, the amount of support that they're getting. Sorry, even from us as KZN
Us
people.
ourselves, we're
You've
gonna
been
leave
asking me
Chiefs
for a jersey
next
for
week.
like 3 weeks. You're like, how can I
think
get an
when Hope
amazulu
into
jersey?
esingayinakile ngamazulu, if ubheka i-team yakhona, the technical team kaBenni, it's actually players who played for Bafana Bafana.
Yeah.
They've
We're just
got
talking about,
Unomvete, they've got
Shabalala,
Joseph,
even.
you know. So if you look Ngampela and like what former players are doing now at national coach level, why can't we even give those guys a bigger platform as well? Because I think a complaint Isafa were having with Benni Wutiena, he wanted a
Wanted
technical
to bring,
team of 8.
But it works. If it's
Yeah,
working
if
and
it
if it's
works,
getting
it
him the
works.
results.
Yeah.
All right, let's go straight to it. You're about to drink because right now we're about to play the Jagermeister game. All right, are you all ready?
Sure.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions each today. I'm going to keep it very light. Hopefully, like I didn't do what Tumengai. Okay. You have 1 pass. So if you do not know,
pass.
yes, you can crocodile. What do you?
Crocodile.
You can pass the question over to your opponent if you do not understand or udinga usizo, and you have only 1 pass. And if you get it wrong, you take your shot. Pretty simple.
Simple.
All right. Angiqale ngawe ke Mafuze. Tiger Woods won his first major in over a decade. At which tournament?
Yo, jeez. It was the. It's okay. There's 2 that I'm thinking of. I think let me pass this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Albambu Thabo Moloi, a trapper, PGA Tour.
I wrong.
That's
And
exactly
he
what I was
misses the
thinking of.
penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Masters.
Yeah.
Snap.
It was
And
one
he
of the 2.
misses.
I should have
Oh.
asked for a clue, ne?
You should have asked him. I was going to say.
A blazer.
Lutho la mo
The
ka
green
green,
one.
the
The
owners.
blazer, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This.
No, he needs to take a shot.
Yes.
Oh please, he's taking a shot of Red Bull because he's a.
Give rings.
I'm casting for Zalo of it.
That's okay.
We've got the
Acting on
director.
point.
Okay, this is yours, Thabo. How many MMA fights has UFC star McGregor lost during his career?
And
Clue, it's a number.
through past Moloi.
How, Gantu, which one are you going to answer?
Through past Moloi.
It's 2 fights.
No. Slouie. Answer. You're a UFC fan. Come
How,
on.
it's 2 fights.
It's not 2 fights. I was at the show.
4. You're looking for 4.
4.
You
I
are
see.
looking for 4. So please drink up.
So hope your questions today.
These are like us questions. Why does everyone say that
Well
they're
done,
my
Clara.
questions?
Okay, fine.
Sibuyele kuwena ke Mafuze sithi true or false?
Yes.
Ultimate frisbee, which is known as ultimate, also known as ultimate, is an international sport.
Definitely true.
Are you sure?
That sounds so true. Throw it and bring it back. That's very true.
Okay, correct. Touch. Since your nickname is Touch, let me look for a question that has touch. Right? In American football, how many points do you score for a touchdown?
American football.
In American football.
Touchdown.
Agayas.
Okay, let's go. I will true or false, no?
How many?
Okay,
How
wait,
many?
wait,
Just choose a number, guess a number, and stop
Yeah.
looking at your wife.
We're up. It's if you, it's 3 points and then it's 2 if you kick.
It's
5.
hard in here. Almost. You're looking for 6 points. It's not 5
It's
points. So
fine.
please drink
Close.
up. Imetsi yakho dog ekushayile namhlanje.
Tie.
Because it's hot.
Ngisho ngisezowithrow ama penalty.
There's some socks to keep you nice and warm this
Aw,
winter.
winter.
Some Jaeger socks.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you very much.
Hope. Sawabona.
some Jaeger caps.
I hope these
as
socks are gonna be
well.
mine, wifey.
And some Jaeger caps
Oh,
as well.
thank you,
guys
Hope.
so much.
Shout out.
Thank
See
you.
you again when we talk about Hugo and how well he's doing. hopefully also when Sundowns takes or when Amazulu takes the league, I don't know. You can please subscribe to our YouTube page. It is Youff Sportz with a Z. I am at Hope Mbhele. Follow the girl as well and just, I post nice pictures on Instagram.
She does.
And of course, please share, subscribe, and share with your friends, and also join our league, which is going to come to an end pretty soon. If you want to join our fantasy league. Otherwise, thank you so much. Sharp, guys.
Sharp.
Peace.
Bye.
Siyabonga.
Thank you.